beautiful fig tree. It's me, Jenny, remember, your friend. Coming to check to see if you've got some figs for me. Yesterday I came out here and I found one ripe fig on this tree. I just want to show you how loaded this thing is. Look, there's figs everywhere. So in a normal year, our fig tree ripens usually in the first week of July. Well, we're obviously past that now, and we've got lots and lots of figs, but they are not ripe. They're small, green, and hard. And so I've seen two anomalies to this in the last few years. We had one year where the figs stayed literally like this. These are small, green, and hard. They never ripened. That can come about for a number of reasons. Usually it's because there's not enough water and the heat is high. So the tree has formed the fruit, but the heat's too high and the water's too low for it to actually ripen. So that's one thing. We had that happen, I think, was it 2 years ago, and it was such a bummer because I love figs. Then last year we had an initial harvest in June, and then another second one in August. It was the weirdest thing. So one year we had no harvest, and then last year we had 2 harvests, when normally we have one single one in early July. So I'm just thinking, with how unstable our climate and the weather has been from year to year, I'm just thinking it's a new normal. I don't think I can really depend on when exactly these figs are going to ripen. So I'm coming out here every day. I'm talking really nice to my fig tree. And yesterday I came out and there was one ripe fig. So I have high hopes that these figs will start to ripen. And my other hope, or my other sign of hope, I should say, is that I'm seeing some, like, oh look, okay, see this one right here? That one is ripening. See how much bigger it is than the ones behind it? I think things are going to be okay. And look at this one. That one's bigger. See how little that is? And that one's bigger. This is a really good representation of, hold on, let me put my coffee cup down. Okay. This is what they look like when they don't ripen. This right here. This is what they should be looking like. See how much bigger that is? And you can see the bottom of it is getting like that little pink, and it's a nice big shape. That's what you want to see about a week before it's actually ripe. Well, actually, you know what? This is soft. I would say I could probably pick this one in the next couple of days, because once they get to be like this, then you have to check daily because they can ripen very quickly. But, you know, that one year that we had, they all stayed like this all summer long. Nothing ever happened. This is hard. Look how tiny this is. So I have high hopes that my fig tree is going to actually produce this year. And also I'm going to stand back so you can see this. This is a really, really, really big tree. Let me get in the shade so we can see better. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Look how big this tree is. This is a very big tree. But you see these branches that are touching the ground? This has never happened before. We had a kind of a severe spring storm that broke a branch, and of course we did cut that. We're not going to let a broken branch just remain on a tree. That's an invitation for pests and disease. That's not good for a tree. So you got to make it a clean cut and just, you know, call it good. But somehow in that storm, there's like a big couple of limbs that just got sort of bent, but they didn't break, and that's why they're all like laying on the ground, which is not ideal, because that's, you know, you don't want your fruit laying on the ground like that. It's kind of touching. It's not totally laying on the ground. So when this season is over, and it's the right time to prune, we're going to have to kind of heavily prune this tree so we don't have this growth again, and, you know, laying on the ground. That's not good. You want it to be more upright. So every year, you know, all of the figs that ripen up here, we don't get ladders out and pick all that. We share it with the birds and the squirrels. They get all of that. We get all of this. And trust me, it's a lot from one fig tree. These are enormous trees. This is probably for sure 30 foot tall. This is a very, very tall, big tree. And the variety, I'm guessing, is it brown turkey? I think that's right. This fig tree was here when my husband bought the house. This is an old fig tree. We did not plant this. So this fig tree is at least 20 years old, because he bought this this house in 2000 or 2001 with a buddy. So it's that old of a tree, and it has produced a great harvest every year with the exception of one, you know, a couple of years ago. So anyway, so exciting. So just want you guys to know that, you know, if you've got a fig tree in this crazy weather, that these weather patterns that we've been having these last couple of years, well, I should say fig tree or any other type of fruit-bearing tree, you know, if you're not like a commercial grower where you're totally, you know, more controlling the elements than we are here. Like we don't do supplemental watering on this tree. We don't have irrigation out here. It basically goes with Mother Nature. So if you have a tree like that on your property and you're getting inconsistent yield from it, do some research for what is normal for your area. Talk to other people in your area. Call the your county extension office. Talk to somebody, you know, at a trusted garden center. Even though they may not have open hours right now, you can always call somebody. But the extension office is really great. You can talk to a master gardener, and they can do some research for you as to why you're getting inconsistent yield. And because they also are very well aware and familiar with the patterns in your area, the weather patterns in your area. So that will help you to do what you can to make your harvest a little bit more consistent. But I'm really stoked because I'm seeing some signs of life on this tree. I was thinking, oh man, we're gonna have another year where all I get are the small hard green ones that you can't really use. Oh, look at this. Squirrel or bird has gotten to that one. Okay. And they were like, yeah, no, it's not ripe. We don't like that. But yeah, look how I'm gonna have to take this whole branch off. So this is exciting. Oh, look. Oh, okay. So this one is starting to ripen, and oh, look. Oh my goodness. Look. Ripe fig. And how you know it's ripe, even though it's not, let me go in the shade, even though it's not like totally like that brown or mahogany color, I just tried to give it a little twist and it came right off. And these are very, very perishable. So as soon as you pick them, they will continue to gain color indoors, and they will continue to ripen, and then they will go fast or south very fast. So eat them, refrigerate them, freeze them, preserve them ASAP after harvesting, because they do not last long in the refrigerator. Just telling you. So it's okay to pick them at this stage of ripeness, because it's nice and has a little softness to it. It'll continue to get some color indoors. I can put it on my kitchen windowsill. Okay, now I'm really excited. Now I'm seeing some signs of life here. It's just an unusual year. So anyway, hope you guys are doing well. Do what you can to make it a good day, and we'll see you back here at Berkeley Farm again tomorrow. Bye.